Avakti Parivar Chit Chat, sweet conversations that overflow with insights and inspirations. So, welcome, our dear angel brother, Brother Eric. Welcome.
Shanti, everyone. Very lovely to be welcomed as an angel, Bhumiji, all the time. This is not just coming into Avyakti Parivar or the Zoom, but I'm sure many should feel that it really, really has this energy of Madhuban at the same time. And I know sometimes some say, well, we haven't been to Madhuban, we haven't met the daddies, we haven't met, of course, Brahma Baba. But I feel that these moments, and whenever I connect into Avyakti Parivar, and particularly when I listen to Mohini Didi in Hindi with English translation, it really has that kind of feeling of Madhuban, and listening to Bapdada's voice and his smile. I don't know, it just melts our hearts, I think, all the time when we see how beautiful he is, how sweet, how loving, and how convincing he is. So, Mohini Didi, very nice to be sharing with you again these very precious moments. And always happy to share with you the fragrance of my love for you. And I know everybody feels that love for you, and always happy to share that beautiful love. Every year passes by, and I think we value even more these relationships and these moments. And I wonder what other I don't know, special moments is waiting for us in the drama. You mentioned about the transformation that will take place, the world that will change. And on one side, we will have to witness, to be able to stand, but also to give, as a bestower. And I'm wondering if there is a special personality or aspect of Baba that hasn't been revealed yet. Because I was thinking that, sometimes we stop churning certain ideas, but how billions of souls are going to be purified in a second or in a short time, how billions of souls will find themselves not going into another body, but going going back home. So Baba will be, of course, playing a very important role. And do you think there's, I don't know, a special role of Baba that we haven't seen yet? Like, will he appear like 1,000 suns, like, Arjuna saw? Do you think there will be a special thing that Baba will do so all these souls are purified and go home? How would it happen? You have become angel. I'm trying to read your mind.
These days, whenever souls are suffering or going through something, feeling some attacks and all that, I'm using one Mahamantra. Go to the liberator. God is liberator, go to liberator. Because he is the one who liberates. And I don't think Baba requires any effort for that, in the sense of he has to do it, It's like there is in universe such a mechanism. Sometimes, we have to trust that we know very little, but there is a lot more to know, whether it is Baba or even elements. I remember that Dadi Prakashmani, we both were traveling from here to Chile, quite a long trip, and it's the end of, and Dadi was watching all the ocean from the window. So much water in the world, there is so much water, what it will take to swallow the earth. And then she keeps saying that how every element, when they start playing their part, so in a way 100% part of perishable, imperishable. There are souls, then there is bodies, there are bodies, and so how elements will play the major part. And it's so interesting that it will be for us like a dream, it's like, okay, really it happened. Like today, we heard, I don't know how many of you know that last month we had, no, a few months ago, Brother Karthik from Chicago, then there was Brother Piyush, they were only 50, 40, and today someone else, only 50. Within few seconds, soul is gone. So I think that the way things will happen, we will know, but world will try to figure out what's going on. But by the time, I think that some of us, which I don't know if we should or not, do hear the warnings of nuclear or whatever. It's good those who don't hear, because they don't have to think of, but we do. So Baba as liberator, I think, I don't know if he has to do anything, because it's the time it has to happen. It's drama elements are there. Only what Baba might have to do now is to open the door for liberation for home, which is not yet gone. So I think that we have to just be prepared and kind of feel Baba's role and keep reminding souls to go to Baba. And I don't know, it does help. I don't know how Baba does, but there are some, they had been really suffering, and I said, keep repeating, go to Baba, go to Baba, and they get liberated. So I think God has that, He's almighty, and His power, I don't think we can imagine. Yes, as our Father, as our teacher, as our Sadguru, we recognize Him. But as God, no, it's almighty authority, and very sweet, but also another side being liberator. We call him Great Death, Mahakal. So he plays his part, and I don't think, I can figure out, but I immediately say no. He knows his ways, and ways and will and ways both. So we just observe and we stay in company, his company, and like today's direction to bestow as deities is quite amazing. So I think we have to wonder for ourselves more than what God has to do. Right?
I'll come back to this question of the role Baba is playing, but since you're mentioning bestowing as a deity, I was thinking, okay, I can put myself in a form of a deity, but are we not more powerful in our combined form with Baba to really bestow energy? Because if I go in my form of deity, I'm a little bit of a Buddha, no, just a little bit of nice deity, but I don't have gyan, I don't have knowledge. So is the form of why they think the form of the deity is the bestower, but the deities, I feel if I want to help anyone, I need Baba, because if anyone is counting on me to help them, they are in trouble. But if I'm with Baba, I feel I can bestow properly. So how do you suggest we connect as a deity and a bestower when the power we want to give really actually comes from Baba?
No, one is deity when we are in golden age, but at confluence stage, to be in our stage of perfection, of course it will be with Baba, but also Baba doesn't want me to be what I am, but be in that stage of perfection with Baba. So even combined with Baba in your stage of perfection or deity. And deities at this time are not Buddha, they are very wise. Yes, in golden age, we don't, we are not Buddhas in the sense of we don't know, but all power of the knowledge is within that soul. All power of yoga, dharana, seva, all that is in the soul, even in golden age. That's why we are able to be in golden age in
Do
the
you think
sense
this
of,
is why? Do you think this is why we say sometimes the deities are in a subtle region? Are they then the deities more, not the deities of the golden age, but the deities you're referring to, the deities of our perfect stage meeting Baba?
yeah, but also sometimes Baba mentioned it used to be subtle deities, Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar, and then now also our forms, deity forms. See, Baba came and Baba said, I have come to make you deities. And first you have to be Brahmins, then angels, and then deities. So he has to complete his task, right? So even if he is with us, actually, whether I keep Baba with me or not, he is with me. Because I'm doing his task. He said, you have to be deity. So when I am kind of even creating that image or awareness, image and awareness both, Baba is with me. I'm not doing it without Baba. That is why all the Shaktis are shown. Each Shakti is produced from Shiva. So Shiva, the power of God is in each one of us. So that company, as you're saying. So when you are creating that awareness and then image, you are creating Baba's presence, your stage of perfection, but also whose creation am I? Shiva's creation, right? And that's
Mm.
why today I was hearing that they have somewhere 100, I don't know, they say very, very high image of Shiva. Of course, they showed Shankar and Nataraj. Very, very big. And it's the same person who built Statue of Liberty. It's someone who is also helping them. So it's very high. And they have a big elevator from the back that they can see from there. I don't remember the place, but so, it's so interesting all over India and wherever these deities are worshipped. They are, beautifying everything, you know. Like few days ago, the Ganges had no water. So everyone, like Ganges there were bridges, they removed everything. I don't know how they're planning. And they brought back all water, clean, filtered, back into the river. So that means somebody is taking care of the water of Ganges to remove all and bring them back. So they put it dams and, will take away all the water. So today or day before, when all the devotees went, it's all blue, beautiful water, and they're having dip. And it's also the level is not so deep that people can drown. So I think somebody is doing all that planning. So somewhere the bhakti of all of us or memorials are also getting better and better.
I'm coming back to our connection with Baba, where the souls are going to be purified, from when we were having our chit chat last Saturday. Someone sent a very interesting question. And the question is, does Baba forgive us unconditionally? And if yes, then why are we punished by him in the role of Dharamraj for our karmas or mistakes? I thought it was interesting.
Baba, forgives, but he's also supreme judge. So punishment is something, let's say people have habit of guilty and they punish themselves, Baba doesn't need to punish anyone, but we punish ourselves, and going through whatever settling is happening and suffering at that time. I think everyone could now feel role of Dharamraj in my present life, that how much Baba has forgiven me and how much I feel like, we used to look at Dadi Gulzar and Dadi Prakashwani. Anything happening to the body, are you feeling pain? No. Are you feeling pain? No. Surprisingly, we are seeing and feeling pain and they're not feeling pain. So I think that it's so interesting. You can see that how much not only through their power of yoga, but forgiveness from Dharamraj in their lives is helping them not to suffer. So there is no punishment. It's very interesting that we shouldn't only see the role of Dharamraj in the end in subtle regions, but all four, Father, Teacher, Sadguru, and Dharamraj, you can feel it at Confluence Sage. I had been thinking and also relating Dharamraj's role in my life. And I could smile at Dharamraj. I could I feel very friendly with him. And I know where he needs, where I need his help, in the sense of course, forgiveness is there. But to feel his mercy also, his love also. So I request everyone to think about it. You might feel it's something different. That don't wait for last minute or in subtle regions. Settle it right there.
Is there a better time? Is there a better time to meet Dharamraj? Amrit Vela, traffic control, evening time? Do you have special appointments with him?
I think nighttime is good time.
That's good.
Nighttime he is more free because he has dealt with the whole world. So he can spend time with us. Every night, really bring Baba in front of you at Supreme Judge and, just take whatever he has to give, whether it's blessing, sweet drishti, whatever it is, I think one should do. That's why Baba says, keep your chart every night. And whom I give chart, to my father or to Dharamraj. So I have these feelings these days, and I know some of you might still be thinking of, the way Baba describes, but this is what I do. I love Dharamraj because I can talk to him, I can tell him whatever my weaknesses are, or with whom else will I talk, right? Only with Dharamraj.
Very interesting. Yes, we'll experiment our chit chat, fill with love and significance with Dharamraj. But for many souls of the world, I mean, they will only confront. I mean, for the billions of souls, they will confront all their past karma at the end, right? They will not have special appointment with Dharamraj before. And I know what you're saying, that we used to joke, or that the daddies used to joke in the early days and say, when there will be Dharma Puri, Daddy Janki used to say to Daddy G, they will all be in front of you, you know, they will want to go in front of you because you'll be in a tribunal, and they would prefer to go in front of you instead of in front of me. You'll have a longer queue in Dharmaj Puri, and we always laugh about it. But all the souls of the world, when they leave and they have to go home, they will have to confront something that purifies them. And I was thinking today, or this week, I was thinking, how come I'm looking at Baba for so many years? I'm remembering him, and I'm not yet 100% transformed or purified. And for some, there will be like a special deal, I think, at the end, when 1 second and then you are all clean. So how does it, something is it going to turn on a light a little bit more brighter or not?
See, Baba, how is God remembered in all religions? What is the prayer? Oh, liberator, right? They never say, oh, one who punishes. So it is God's love, it God's light erases everyone's impurities as soon as they experience God's love. And so when souls are also leaving body, there will be that moment of experience where they feel connected with God and where they experience God's love. So that is why every religion say God is love. When did they experience God's love? Those are the moments. So even Dharam Raj punishments are more talked by the religions to tell people that if you do wrong, you will be punished. If you do this sinful action, you will be punished. But how do he is described? What is his praise in all the religions? God, you are ocean of love. God, you are truth. God, you are liberator. So it's a very different, it's the God's love will liberate them. God's power will liberate them. And they will be like, purification will happen. It's a very, very quick method, very pure one. And but whatever is serious or destructive is what human beings will do. With human beings will do. And these days, everyone is like, sometimes I think there are some souls, they becoming responsible for so much sorrow, but that's all through the part they are playing. So I think that it's very subtle and secret, but also just, I always see Dharamraj as also love.
Mm. I think where it connects beautifully with what you shared earlier as well, or what Baba was saying in the message, are you ready you listen to the call? Are you ready to be, and I love the way you phrase it, that you create Baba's presence, even in your deity form. So maybe at the end, what the souls will feel is also all of us being in our highest stage, creating Baba's presence will not be necessarily exactly what we think punishment as suffering, but experience of love from Baba. So maybe we have a role to play to present to the world that love from Baba. So yeah, so we can sit in our deity form and invoke Baba's presence. It's beautiful.
Today Baba is saying in the morning, you will read tomorrow, that when you are all the time successful, then you will be able to reveal Baba. So even to attain to a stage of perfection is success. Success not only in the task, but also reaching to my stage of perfection is success. When you are successful, that means I am in that deity stage, I will reveal Baba. Because deities are called gods and goddesses, right? So I think it will be amazing for us to be in that stage, bringing Baba's presence. Baba says, you will reveal me at that time. So we will reveal Baba also in our stage of a deity. And if we take that point, Instead of thinking a big program will reveal Baba, message will reveal Baba, but my stage of perfection will reveal Baba.
Mm.
And if that I have to do, then we have to do, and Baba will be revealed. So when you will read Murli tomorrow, the few sentences says Baba about perfection and then success. And when you are successful in that, then you are able to reveal Baba.
So if you go to such a region and you see this little fellow here, then you can know it's me. This is this is the form I will adopt to reveal Baba. So if you see him in such a region, you can tell it's me. And he has beautiful ladus for everyone. So I know you bring tolis, but I'll bring toli in the Sata region as well for everyone. So yes, creating Baba's presence through the eyes, through tolis, through everything.
I always find that every day that you are understanding little bit of Baba in the sense of his role, and because he reveals that much to us now, both ways, through knowledge, morally, but also through our practical life, So Toli is huh? Oh, there is cashew butter.
Cashew toli.
Cashew
Oh
toli.
yeah, with the silver layer on top. It's very nice.
Because you showed that one was besan toli, chickpeas flour. This is from cashew. They soak it, grind it, or just grind them and put it in little syrup. Anyone can make this toli. Very easy to make.
You were mentioning about the daddies sharing tolis and how much it brings so much. I think thank you on behalf of everyone. I know everyone feels that they're getting toli on Saturday, and it's part of the Madhuban experience. I really feel this is so. Thank you, Mohini Didi, to take us into Baba's heart, into subtle world, into your mind, but also definitely in Madhuban as well. It's really, really lovely. So thank you so much, and good night.
Thank you, Brother Eric and the family. Thank you.